What if I told you the world's most popular medicine might be doing more harm than good? That this miracle drug sold in billions doesn't even do what they claim it does? Let's dive into the real story behind aspirin and why it's not what you think. Aspirin, the so-called miracle medicine, was first synthesized in 1838. It was a major pharmaceutical company that turned it into a global phenomenon, producing it on an industrial scale as a painkiller and fever reducer. The original aspirin came from nature, specifically white willow bark, rich in salicylic acid. This compound had genuine anti-inflammatory effects. In those early days, aspirin truly worked, but there was a problem: the raw material. To supply the whole world with aspirin, you'd need mountains of willow bark, and the company couldn't harvest enough fast enough. That's when the story takes a sharp turn. Fast forward to 1971. A pharmacologist named John Vane discovered that aspirin could also slow down the formation of blood clots. It inhibited something called thromboxane. Suddenly, aspirin wasn't just a painkiller, it was being hailed as a life extender. Doctors began prescribing it for everything: heart issues, varicose veins, bruises. If you were over 40, chances are someone told you to take aspirin daily. But here's the catch. This theory that aspirin thins your blood, it's never actually been proven the way you think. Red blood cells are what make up most of our blood. In every microliter, there are about 5 million of them, and only 300,000 platelets. When you zoom in with a microscope, the screen is packed with red blood cells. They make your blood viscous, not the platelets. So, unless aspirin is somehow destroying millions of your red blood cells, spoiler, it's not. It isn't actually making your blood any thinner. In reality, aspirin doesn't thin your blood. That's the verdict from practicing ICU doctors. But despite that, most general practitioners still recommend it. Why? Because it sells. Over 80 billion tablets are sold each year. That's about 10 tablets for every person on Earth. So again, where's all the willow bark coming from? It's not. Today, aspirin is made from oil. That's right, petrochemicals. And the manufacturers are proud of it. They even publish it. We can make food and medicine from oil now. Think about that next time you reach for a natural remedy. And it doesn't stop there. Modern aspirin tablets, the fast-dissolving ones, are loaded with baking soda. Yes, seriously. One tablet contains 500 milligrams of acetyl salicylic acid and 1,266 milligrams of sodium bicarbonate baking soda. Why does that matter? Because baking soda alkalizes your stomach. It creates the perfect environment for a nasty little bacteria called Helicobacter pylori, the same bacteria linked to ulcers and chronic digestive issues, to thrive. So, now you've got a medicine that doesn't do what it claims, can cause ulcers, is made from oil, and feeds stomach-destroying bacteria. So, the next time someone tells you to pop an aspirin just in case, ask yourself, do I really know what I'm putting into my body? This was just one of the many medical myths we're told without question. But on my Patreon and Telegram, I go deeper, into the topics they don't want you to know about. Link below. See you on the inside. And remember, always question everything.